Hi Nana. Today we will learn about gram molecular volume. What is gram molecular volume? GMV. The volume occupied by 1 gram molecule of a dry gas at STP is said to be gram molecular volume. That means volume occupied by 1 gram molecule of a gas or else of a dry gas under this condition. Under which condition? Under standard temperature and pressure. So under this condition, suppose if a dry gas occupies certain volume, if 1 gram molecule of a dry gas occupies certain volume, so that volume is said to be gram molecular volume. Volume occupied by 1 gram molecule is said to be gram molecular volume. The volume occupied by 1 gram molecule. So under this condition, under STP. So experimentally, it is proved that the gram molecular volume of any gas at STP is 22.4 liters. That is 1 gram molecule of any gas. How much? 1 gram molecule of any gas, it occupies 22.4 liters of volume at STP. Example, 1 gram molecule of any gas it may be. Let us take oxygen gas. So that means 1 gram molecule of any gas means oxygen. I will take now 1 gram molecule of oxygen. So occupies how much? Occupies 22.4 liters at STP. 1 gram molecule of oxygen. So yesterday we have looked into our table. So 1 gram molecule of oxygen. So it is equal to how much? It is equal to 32 grams. 32 grams of oxygen. 1 gram molecule of oxygen is equal to 32 grams of oxygen. That means 32 grams of oxygen. 32 grams of oxygen will occupy how much? 22.4 liters at STP. Okay, 32 grams of oxygen will occupy 22.4 liters at STP. Suppose if it is nitrogen gas, let us take another example. Nitrogen. So 1 gram molecule of nitrogen occupies, see here, 1 gram molecule of any gas occupies 22.4 liters. So this is fixed. If 1 gram molecule of any gas you take, so it occupies 22.4 liters. Hence 1 gram molecule of nitrogen also occupies 22.4 liters at STP condition. Already we know by the table. So 1 gram molecule of nitrogen, how much it is? It weighs 28 grams. It weighs 28 grams. So that means 28 grams of nitrogen. 28 grams of nitrogen, it occupies 22.4 liters at STP. So that is known as gram molecular volume. The volume occupied by 1 gram molecule of any dry gas at STP is said to be gram molecular volume. Okay, so gram molecular volume, experimentally it is proved that at STP any gas, how much of any gas? 1 gram molecular, any gas, it will occupy 22.4 liters. That is 1 gram molecule of any gas occupies 22.4 liters of volume at STP. See, one problem. one question. 44 grams of CO2 occupies dash liters at STP. So this is a question. What is the question? 44 grams of carbon dioxide occupies dash liters at STP. See, already we know that 44 grams of carbon dioxide, it is equal to what? 1 gram molecule. 1 gram molecule of CO2. Already we know that 1 gram molecule. See, gram molecule is nothing but gram molecular weight. Gram molecule is nothing but gram molecular weight. So the gram molecular weight of carbon dioxide is 44 grams. Remember that. See, 1 gram molecule of carbon dioxide is equal to 44 grams. Already we know that 1 gram molecule of any gas occupies 22.4 liters at STP. Hence 44 grams of carbon dioxide means 1 gram molecule of carbon dioxide. Hence it occupies 22.4 liters at STP. 22.4 liters of volume at STP. Right? Already we know certain conversions we learnt in our lower classes. 1 liter is equal to how much? 1 decimeter cube. 1 liter is equal to 1 decimeter cube. If it is 22.4 liters, then I can write this 22.4 liters as 22.4 decimeter cube. Okay, so 1 liter is equal to 1 decimeter cube. If it is 22.4 liters, then it will be 22.4 decimeter cube. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. In the same way, 1 liter is equal to 1000 centimeter cube. Already we know that 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube. 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube. Okay, so like this, gram molecular volume can be discussed. Gram molecular volume. One question. What is the volume occupied by 64 grams of oxygen, 64 grams of methane at STP? Methane formula CH4. Okay, so this is a gas. Methane is a gas. Okay, what is the volume occupied by 64 grams of methane at STP? Already we know that methane CH4, that means carbon plus hydrogen plus hydrogen plus hydrogen. So altogether, so what is its weight? 12 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 16. Okay, so its molecular weight is 16. Methane molecular weight, its molecular weight is 16, or else molecular mass. So gram molecular mass is equal to 16 grams. Gram molecular mass of methane. That means when molecular weight or else molecular mass, when molecular mass is expressed in grams, so this is the molecular mass, and if it is expressed in grams, then it is said to be gram molecular mass. Okay, so if you put a G here, then it will become GMM. It will become GMM. Okay, right. So now methane, its molecular mass is how much? Methane molecular mass is 16. Its gram molecular mass will become 16 grams. Okay, always remember that gram molecular mass will be equal to gram molecule. It will be equal to gram molecule. Okay, so that means 1 gram molecule. Gram molecular mass exactly it will be equal to 1 gram molecule. So that means 1 gram molecule of which gas? Methane. 1 gram molecule of methane is 16 grams. 1 gram molecule of methane is 16 grams. Already we know that volume occupied volume occupied by 1 gram molecule. 1 gram molecule. Experimentally it is proved. 1 gram molecule of any gas at STP will be equal to 22.4 liters. Just now we learned this. So volume occupied 1 gram molecule of any gas at STP is 22.4 liters. So but 1 gram molecule of methane is 16 grams. Suppose if it is methane then 16 grams. That is for methane. So gram molecule. So what is the value of gram molecule in grams? 16 grams. For methane, gram molecule, instead of gram molecule, I will write 16 grams because 1 gram molecule of methane. So it will be 16. Hence for methane 16 grams. Gram molecule, instead of 1 gram molecule, I will write 16 grams. So 16 grams. Okay, for methane 16 grams will occupy 16 grams will occupy how much? 16 grams. 1 gram molecule will occupy how much? This much. So for methane 1 gram molecule is equal to 16 grams. Okay, hence 16 grams will occupy how much? 22.4 liters. Okay, at STP, at standard temperature and standard pressure. So then here question is, what is the volume occupied by 64 grams of methane? See, for methane, if 16 grams occupies 22.4 liters, then 64 will occupy dash liters. 64 will occupy dash liters, x liters. So then upon crisscrossing, so you will get what? X is equal to how much? 64 into 22.4 by 16. 16 ones are 16 fours are. So how much it will occupy? So 4 into 22.4 liters. 4 fours are 16, 6 1, 2 fours are 8, 1 9. Okay, 2 fours are 8. Okay, so 89.6 liters. So how much? 89.6 liters of volume is occupied by how much amount of methane? So that means here 64 grams of methane will occupy 89.6 liters. Okay, at STP. So 89.6 liters at STP. So like this the calculations will go. So if you learn this calculation, then you can solve the large size problems also. So these are the fundamental things. So practice these things well. Okay, right. So now let us learn about the next concept, Avogadro number. Avogadro number. What is Avogadro number? Avogadro number is a constant. It's a number. It's a constant. It's a constant value. Okay. So its value is constant, and it will be equal to Avogadro number. It will be equal to the number of carbon atoms. Okay, the number of carbon atoms present in 12 grams. 12 grams of C12 atoms. Okay, number of carbon atoms present in 12 grams of carbon 12 isotope. Okay, C612. Suppose if you take carbon, so actually carbon, the color of the carbon will be black in color. So how much I have taken? 12 grams of carbon. Which atoms? Carbon atoms. So I have taken 12 grams of carbon atoms. So what is this one? So it is kept in the form of a heap. Okay, so inside this, so all this is carbon only. Okay, carbon. So carbon powder. So it contains what? This carbon powder. So it is taken in a dish. China dish. So now this carbon powder, so it contains, it is made, this carbon powder contains some millions of carbon atoms. If someone says that, so it is how, it is what, it is carbon, it is carbon, it is carbon. What is this substance? This substance is carbon substance. So how much I have taken? I have taken 12 grams. And if someone asks me to count how many carbon atoms are there in it, how many carbon atoms are in it, so then I can simply say that Avogadro number of carbon atoms. There are Avogadro number of carbon atoms in it, because according to the definition, what is Avogadro number? The number of carbon atoms present in 12 grams of carbon, 12 grams of this substance. So here 12 grams of this substance is it is given. So how many carbon atoms are there in it? So the number of carbon atoms, how many are present here? Avogadro number of carbon atoms are present. Avogadro number of carbon atoms. Avogadro number of carbon atoms are present in it. So actually it is a constant value. So how much? So it is. Avogadro, he has given a number to this one, and its value is 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. So as it is carbon, and it contains what? Carbon atoms. As it contains carbon atoms, so then so how many number of carbon atoms are there in this substance? So if someone asks, so I can answer this like this. So Avogadro number of carbon atoms are there. So how much Avogadro number means? So this number will be equal to this much. So this is called as Avogadro number. So Avogadro number, it is indicated by Na, or else sometimes it is also represented by capital L. So it is nothing but Avogadro number means Na atoms. So what is the value of Na? Na value is this much. Generally Avogadro number means it is equal to 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 particles in general. So particles, see, these particles may be either atoms, or else it may be either molecules, or else it may be either ions, or else it may be either formula units. See, formula units are nothing but ionic compounds. So for ionic compounds, we generally do not use the term molecules. See, the term molecule we use for covalent compounds only. Only for covalent compounds, okay, we use the term molecules. But for ionic compounds, instead of using the term molecule, we use the term of formula units. These particles may be formula units, or else these particles may be ions, or these particles may be molecules, or these particles may be atoms, or else these particles may be electrons. These particles may be electrons, or these particles may be protons, okay, or these may be neutrons, etc. See, generally we use this Avogadro number, this value, only for very tiniest particles like atoms, molecules. So these are all what? These are all very tiniest particles which we cannot see with our naked eye. Individually, every single atom or single molecule or single electron we cannot see. So for such a type of particles, we use this number, Avogadro number. Generally, we use this particular number. This number is applicable for such type of particles. Okay, right. Right. So we learn some more points about Avogadro number. So what is Avogadro number? Avogadro number, it is denoted by Na, and its value is 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 particles. Generally, we have to say particles. Here in this case, it is atoms, but in general, we have to say particles, because this may be applicable for molecules also. This may be applicable for ions also, or ionic compounds also, or else electrons. So generally we'll tell that Avogadro number is 6.023 into 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 23, 10 to the power of 23 particles, right? See, now we'll use this concept. See, actually in case of atoms, for atoms, Avogadro number for atoms, so the number of atoms present in Avogadro number is equal to the number of atoms present in 1 gram atom. 1 gram atom. Okay, 1 gram atom. See, gram atom is a single word. Okay, don't get into confusion that it is 1 gram of atoms. Don't get into confusion. So actually it is not 1 gram of atoms. Simply it is 1 gram atom. Okay, the number of atoms present in 1 gram atom. For example, 1 gram atom of oxygen. 1 gram atom. 1 gram atom of oxygen. 1 gram atom of oxygen. See, already we have seen 1 gram atom of oxygen is equal to 16 grams. Okay, so 1 gram atom of oxygen, it contains how many oxygen atoms? See, 1 gram atom of any substance. So the number of atoms present in 1 gram atom of any substance, the number of atoms present in 1 gram atom of any substance is equal to Avogadro number, for atom. So here 1 gram atom of oxygen, so is equal to 16 grams. Hence it contains how much? 1 gram atom of oxygen, it should contain what? 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 oxygen atoms. That means if I take 16 grams of oxygen, so in 16 grams of oxygen, how many oxygen atoms are there? So these many oxygen atoms are present. Okay, so this number is said to be Avogadro number, or else I can simply write Na oxygen atoms. Avogadro number of oxygen atoms. Okay, one more example. If I'll write like this: 14 grams of nitrogen. 14 grams of nitrogen. 14 grams of nitrogen is equal to how many gram atoms? So according to the table already we have seen nitrogen, it is nitrogen atom. 14 gram of nitrogen atoms. 14 gram of nitrogen atoms I have taken. So exactly it will equal to 1 gram atom. 1 gram atom. Generally remember that 1 gram atom is equal to gram atomic weight. Remember that 1 gram atom is equal to gram atomic weight. So what is that? For example, if it is nitrogen, so 1 gram atom is equal to gram atomic weight of nitrogen. So how much it is? It is 14 grams. Atomic weight in grams. So here atomic weight in grams. So that means 1 gram atom of nitrogen. For nitrogen, 1 gram atom of nitrogen will be 14 grams. So here the question is 14 grams of nitrogen atoms. That means 1 gram atom of nitrogen is equal to contains 14 grams of nitrogen atoms. Okay, contains dash number of nitrogen atoms. Okay, nitrogen atoms. Already we know that 14 grams of nitrogen means 1 gram atom of nitrogen. 1 gram atom of nitrogen. So 1 gram atom of any substance, it contains Avogadro number of. So that means Avogadro number. So 14 grams as 14 grams equal to as 14 grams of nitrogen is equal to 1 gram atom of nitrogen. So which is also equal to Avogadro number. So hence 14 grams of nitrogen atom contains Avogadro number of nitrogen atoms. So don't get into confusion that here n, here also n. So there is no relation between this n and this n. So this is nitrogen atom, this is Avogadro number, Na. So these two are different. Okay. One more question. 23 gram of sodium. So 23 gram of sodium contain 23 gram of sodium contain dash number of sodium atoms. Again, so the question is 23 gram of sodium. So already we have to know this concept. What is this concept? 1 gram atom of any substance contains Avogadro number of atoms. The number of atoms present in 1 gram atom of any substance is called as Avogadro number. So here 23 grams of sodium equal to, first we have to find 23 grams of sodium equal to how many gram atoms? Already we know that 1 gram atom is equal to atomic weight in grams. So if it is sodium, what is the symbol of sodium? Na. If it is sodium, then 1 gram atom of sodium will be how much? So its atomic weight. What is its atomic weight? 23. What is the atomic weight of sodium? It is 23. Okay. So atomic weight in grams. Gram atomic weight means atomic weight in grams. So atomic weight in grams. So 23 grams. So it is understood. It is clearly understood that 23 grams of sodium is equal to 1 gram atom of sodium. 23 grams of sodium is equal to 1 gram atom of sodium. So here in the question, 23 grams of sodium it is given. So it is equal to 1 gram atom. 1 gram atom of sodium. 1 gram atom of sodium. So here already we know that 1 gram atom of any substance contain Avogadro number of atoms. So that means 23 grams of sodium, which is equal to 1 gram atom of sodium. So it contains Avogadro number of atoms. Avogadro number of here which atoms? Sodium atoms. Avogadro number of sodium atom. So what I have to write here? So Avogadro number. So what is the value of Na? Na means I can write like this also. 6.023 into 10 to the power of 6.023. Okay, 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. 23 number of sodium atoms. So like this, I can use this concept. So like this. So for atoms, so we can do calculations like this. Question. You try this question. This question you try. First question. Number of atoms present in calculate the number of present in 2 gram atoms. Okay, 2 gram atoms of, or is 2 gram atom, okay, of sulfur. Okay, next question. Calculate the number of atoms present in 32 grams of sulfur. Calculate the number of atoms present in 32 grams of sulfur. One more question. Calculate the number of atoms. Number of atoms present in 16 grams of sulfur. And one more question. One gram atom. Number of atoms present. Number of atoms in present in. Number of atoms in means number of atoms present in 1 gram atom. 1 gram atom. Okay, that means 56 grams of iron. See, actually, iron, its atomic mass is 56. Okay, so gram atom means atomic mass in grams or else atomic weight in grams. Hence 56 in grams, that means 56 grams. So gram atom is nothing but gram atomic weight or else atomic weight in grams. So here atomic weight is expressed in grams, so it is equal to gram atom. So gram atom of iron is 56 grams. So 1 gram atom of iron, so it is 56 grams. So question is, calculate the number of atoms in 1 gram atom of iron. One more question. Calculate the number of atoms, number of atoms present in 28 grams of iron. So just you think, just you give work to your brain so that you can easily answer this question. Okay, so like this for Avogadro number we can solve so many problems. Okay, so now we will learn about Avogadro number when applicable for molecules. So far we have learned for atoms. Now we will learn for molecules. So for molecules, so as molecules is mentioned here, so now the number of molecules here, the number of molecules present in 1 gram molecule. So it is related to molecules, hence we have to mention as gram molecule. 1 gram molecule of any substance, right? Already we know that 1 gram molecule is equal to gram molecular mass. I'll write like this. Gram molecular mass. For example, if I take 1 gram molecule of water is equal to how much? So gram molecular mass. So what is the molecular mass? Molecular mass of water, H2O, molecular mass. So if you add the atomic masses of all the atoms, then you will get molecular mass. So 1 plus 1 plus 16. So how much it is? 18. So 18 is the molecular mass. Okay, so 18 is molecular mass. Molecular mass of water is how much? 18. So if I write 18 and expressed in grams, then it will be equal to gram molecular mass. Okay, gram molecular mass. So gram molecular mass of water is 18 grams. Molecular mass of water is 18 and gram molecular mass of water is 18 grams. So here always remember that gram molecular mass of any substance is equal to 1 gram molecule. That means 1 gram molecule of any substance means here you have taken water. So 1 gram molecule of water is equal to 18 grams. Okay, right. See, remember. So here 1 gram molecule of any substance, 1 gram molecule of any substance, it contains some number of some molecules. That means if I take 18 grams of water, 18 grams of water if I take, okay, so it contains so many water molecules. 18 grams of water. 18, see, I have taken in a vessel I have taken some amount of water. How much amount of water I have taken? 18 grams. If I weigh the amount of water here, it is 18 grams. 18 grams of water. The question is, this 18 grams of water, it is made up of several thousands, several lakhs of water molecules. So the question is, how many water molecules are there in 18 grams of water? So the number of molecules found in 1 gram molecule of any substance will be equal to Avogadro number. So 1 gram molecule of water, it is equal to 18 grams. So that means in 18 grams of water, you will find Avogadro number of water molecules. You will find Avogadro number of water molecules. So how many water molecules? 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 water molecules. Or else 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 H2O molecules. So like this this concept can be used for molecules. Okay, now I will give you one question. 90 grams of water contain 90 grams of water contain a dash gram molecules of water, b dash number of H2O molecules. Okay, b dash number of H2O molecules. Okay, next is C. Okay, for time being, just you solve this one. Another question. What is the weight of 2 into 6.02223 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of water? What is the weight of these many molecules of water in grams? In grams. Another question. What is the weight or else mass? What is the mass or mass? What is the weight of 3 into 6.0, or else I will write 2 only. 2 into 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of carbon dioxide. Okay, what is the mass of 2 into 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of carbon dioxide? So expressed in grams. That means we have to explain the answer in grams. Okay, expressed in grams. So that means we have to tell the answer in grams. How many grams of carbon dioxide are present? How many grams of carbon dioxide will be that means these many carbon dioxide molecules will weigh how many grams? Okay, so that is the question. Next one. So like this you have to solve. So I will solve one problem for you. I will solve one problem for you. So this one I will solve. So 90 grams of water contains how much? See, already we know gram molecule of water. So that means 1 gram molecule of water is equal to 18 grams. Therefore 90 grams equal to how many gram molecules? So then X will be how much? X will be 90 by 18 equal to 5. So the number of water molecules, 90 grams of water contain dash gram molecules of water. So here dash gram molecules of water. So already we know that 18 grams contains 1 gram molecule of water. 18 grams of water contain 1 gram molecule of water. Therefore 90 grams of water contains how many gram molecules of water? So then X will be equal to, so upon cross multiplying you will get 5 gram molecules of water. So how much? 5. That means that is 90 gram of water. 90 gram of water contain 5 gram molecules of water. Okay, so like this we can calculate. Okay, so for molecules we will use this concept. Okay, right. And one more concept, this one more point regarding this Avogadro number. See, this Avogadro number, it is equal to gram molecular volume at STP. It is equal to 1 for gases. Avogadro number is called 1 gram molecular volume. 1 gram molecular volume at STP. 1 gram molecular volume at STP. Already we know that experimentally. So the value of 1 gram molecular volume at STP will be 22.4 liters. Okay. So from this it is understood that 22.4 liters of any gas contain 22.4 liters of any gas contains Avogadro number of molecules. Okay, Avogadro number of molecules. Example, 22.4 liters of oxygen. So here at STP. So this is important. These conditions are important. 22.4 liters of oxygen at STP contains how many oxygen atoms? Sorry, how many oxygen molecules? How many? Avogadro number of O2 molecules. Oxygen generally is represented by O2 molecules. That means 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 O2 molecules. Okay, so like this. Another example. 5.6 liters of methane. What is the formula of methane? CH4. 5.6 liters of methane contain at STP. Okay, even this also at STP. Contain dash number of CH4 molecules. dash number of CH4 molecule. Right. See, already we know that 22.4 liters should contain Avogadro number at STP. So here how much? 5.6 liters. So if 22.4 liters, so solution I am writing. If 22.4 liters of any gas, whatever the gas it may be, any gas. Okay, here it is methane. So 22.4 liters of methane, okay, at STP contains how many Avogadro number? That means Na. Avogadro number means Na methane molecules. Na Avogadro number of CH4 molecules. Avogadro number of CH4 molecules, methane. Therefore 5.6 liters of methane contains how many? So X number of methane molecules. So now cross multiplication. So what you will get? X will be equal to how much? So 5.6 into Na by 22.4. Okay, so X is equal to, so these many methane molecules. These many methane molecules. These many methane molecules. So equal to how much? So here it ones are 4s. That means Na by 4, Na by 4, or else 0.25 Na, 0.25 Na of methane molecules. That means 0.25 into Avogadro number of methane molecules. Okay, so what is the value of 0.25? 0.25 Na. What is the value of this one? So that means it will be 6.02 0.023 into 10 to the power of 23, okay, into 1 by 4. So how much it is? So just you calculate, you will get the answer. So like this. So this is the concept related to Avogadro number. So we will learn the other concepts like mole number, etc. in the next class. Okay, right.